Hey everyone, I'm Matt Dolan with Dolan Divorce Lawyers in Connecticut, and today I'm going to talk about how to transfer a case from one jurisdiction to another within the state of Connecticut. So this isn't a video about transferring an out-of-state case to Connecticut or transferring a Connecticut case to another state. I've done separate videos on that. This is specifically for transfers within the state of Connecticut. So I'm going to share my screen to show you the relevant statutes and practice book sections. So first we have practice book section 12-1, which is the procedure for a transfer. So this says that any case or the trial of any issues therein may be transferred from a judicial district court location to any other judicial district court location. By order of judicial authority, one upon its own motion. So basically the court can order the transfer without anybody asking for it, or upon the granting of a motion of any of the parties. So one of the parties, plaintiff or defendant, can file a motion to transfer, or upon written agreement of the parties filed with the court. So maybe the parties, without filing a motion, they just, they agree that they're going to transfer the case, and they file that stipulation with the court, or maybe they file a motion to transfer and then submit an agreement after. But if that agreement comes to the court's attention, the court can transfer the jurisdiction to another court within Connecticut. So that's a practice book section, and there's also Connecticut General Statutes section 53-347B, and this says that any action or it's somewhat repetitive of what we already talked about, but any action or the trial of any issue or issues therein may be transferred by order of the court on its own motion or on the granting of a motion of any of the parties or by agreement of the parties. The chief court administrator or any judge designated by the chief court administrator to act on behalf of the chief court administrator under this section may, on motion of the chief court administrator or any such judge, when required for the efficient operation of the courts, and to ensure the prompt and proper administration of justice, order like transfers. So basically, the court can order transfers of jurisdiction when required for the efficient operation of the courts, and also to ensure the prompt and proper administration of justice. And there's also case law that basically says that the courts have wide discretion in granting the transfer from one court to another. So some examples of when they might transfer is if, maybe somebody's filed their motion, which I'm about to show you with a sample. Maybe they filed their motion or they filed their case in the wrong jurisdiction. Or maybe, you got divorced in a certain jurisdiction, but everybody moved and nobody, they moved to the other side of the state, and it no longer makes sense to be in court on the opposite side of the state from where everybody's living. Might file a motion to transfer to that jurisdiction that makes more geographical sense. Or maybe the child has moved across the state with one of the parents and they want to have the case in the jurisdiction where the child currently lives, because that's easy for the family relations of that courthouse. They don't have to do a home visit across the state. They can do a home visit that's closer if it's transferred to the court and family relations office of that's closer to where the child lives. Another possibility is that you feel for whatever reason you can't get a fair trial, or you can't have your case heard in a fair manner in the current jurisdiction. You can ask that it be transferred to another state. That's super rare. It's probably not going to happen realistically. I've never seen it really happen in that way in a family law case, except in kind of certain extraordinary circumstances. So I'm just going to show you a sample motion. This is a motion to transfer venue. It's pretty basic. It just references the statute and the practice book section. This can be deleted. It's the statute and the practice book section. And it just, you obviously have to insert the judicial district where you want the case to be transferred. And in support thereof, the defendant represents as follows. So you have to put an explanation of why you are seeking the transfer to the new jurisdiction. So this is a sample motion. And then obviously you have to put a certification and, give notice to the other side. So those are the basics on how to attempt to transfer a case from one jurisdiction to another within the state of Connecticut. So as usual, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact our office. And if you are looking for representation in a family law case, you should contact our office at the phone number below, or you can just do a Google search for our office and you should find us pretty easily.